Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I'm gonna fish the Truckee today. It's Saturday. I'm switching jobs right now, so while I'm waiting for my background check to finalize, I got a few days this week where I'm gonna be able to fish. The weather's gonna get really bad really quick over the next couple weeks, so I gotta get in whatever I can. I came here specifically because I hiked up the trail and fished about a mile up, and there were a lot of good spots, but some of them I needed to be able to wade about that deep to get close enough where I could hit the water along the far bank where that looked good. I got a really nice rainbow on a couple other grounds when I was fishing for Patreon that day, but there was just 3 or 4 spots that just, I couldn't reach it. So I got these boots that go up to here. They're insulated neoprene. I gotta see how they are on gripping the rocks. I'm not sold on the soles yet, but they're pretty warm. I got double wool socks on, and these will get me out there. When I'm fishing jigs, I don't really need to wade very deep. So even hip waders are too much wader for what I need. 95% of the time, I just need to get out into the little shallow water so I can reach the far bank. I'm fishing with my spinning rod with barbless jigs. If I was fly fishing, I'd have to get closer and I need more room for back casting. But with this, I throw my jig. If they don't hit it in 2 casts, I might as well keep moving because they're not gonna hit it. I'm looking for one big fish. That's it when I'm fishing for jigs. So I'm gonna start hiking. It's a Saturday. There's gonna be a lot of people fishing the river today. I'm the first one out here. I'm gonna hike upstream, see if I can hit those first few spots, get a fish in the net, get home, watch some TV. When it's in the low 20s like this, maybe even the teens, if you can get out to the river early enough, a lot of people don't come out till about 10. When the temperatures are a little more reasonable, you're not double gloved up, and you can move around without being frozen. These new boots I got, they're neoprene, and then they got a rubber outer for the bottom, and they're really big. I got size 12, so I can wear a lot of socks in them to keep warm when I'm hiking through the snow. I just want dry, warm feet, man. And they look kind of cool. They look like something you see like Han Solo wearing in Star Wars. There's a space you can park on the side of the highway that's closer to the spot. But I'm not a huge fan of doing the whole jet fighter on an aircraft carrier. You only got a little bit of space to land and launch thing on the side of a highway when people are whizzing by above 70 miles an hour and there's big rigs ready to go Mad Max on you. So I don't mind hiking, you know, a little extra exercise certainly isn't gonna hurt me. I'm really only looking to fish a fairly small area river today. Oh, this wind whipped up. The cold factor just jumped immensely. Whew. See right here, you're not climbing down there to fish. That looks great, but it's kind of inaccessible unless you can fly. I don't know how to fly. So this is where I had to cast from last time, the tail end of the pole. I'm gonna go down there and start down there, but my main target's the front. The front looks fantastic. But I'm gonna hit this right now just because it's easy to get to, and I wanna see if there's something hanging out there. All right, jig, do your thing. A lot of times there's big fish hanging out at the tail end of these poles. So it's always good to make a few casts right where it starts getting shallow. Man, a brown just came out of this deep water and tried to hit it at my feet. I mean, he broke the water right at my boots. There he is. Oh. I'm out on this rock platform that's slightly submerged, and I'm just trying to jig it in this deep water over here. See if I can get something to pick it up. I don't want to walk out on that. It looks like it's really shallow, but I can't really see it. And falling in the water out here is probably death, so I'm not pushing that envelope. God, I can't believe this spot was a bust. I looked at it like it was Shangri-La, man. Now I gotta figure out how to get the heck out of here. All right, I was making my way out here to fish, but this wind just kicked up heavy, so I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go hike upstream a little bit. Hopefully the wind will die. I gotta be careful when I walk out of the water and step on boulders. There's an immediate thin sheet of ice that forms. So I gotta be really careful not to slip on the very ice I create. I've done much safer things than crawl around on stuff like this that's covered with frost. Ooh, I just hooked a good fish right behind these shallow rocks over here. I'm gonna get over to the shore. He's fighting. He's downstream on me, so I don't know how good he is, but he feels pretty good. He feels pretty good. And it looks like it's a beautiful rainbow. Maybe a brown, I don't know. It's a trout. He's in the net. It's a big brown. Beautiful brown. And it's a fish worth getting my hands wet in this freezing wind. Let's take a look at this guy. You can see he's swimming. He's ready to go home. Look at him, see? That's my test. When they're trying to swim right through the net, that means they're ready to go back into the water. All right, I'm gonna get my hands wet on the net, and hopefully I don't lose any fingers, because it's like 20 degrees, man, with heavy wind. All right, there he is. It's a really nice brown trout right there. Beautiful colors on him. Beautiful fish. Let's get him in. Whew. So ideally, I'd like to target that water on the far side. It's deep and it's perfect. That's where I got that big rainbow. But in the shallow stuff from standing, there's these boulders that have a little bit of action behind them. So what I'm doing is, I'm casting, let me get the ice out of the eyes of my rod, man. I'm clearing ice. What I'm doing is, I'm casting upstream of those boulders, and then I'm swimming it with the current so that it catches right behind the boulder. And right when I swung it behind that boulder, that fish nailed it. He was right behind that boulder in that shallow water. And he was right there. It's easy to target the stuff like that, and they're not always there, but that guy was there. And I'm on the board, man. It's been a frigid morning. But I think we're out of the teens and we're up into the solid low 20s right now, so that's good. He's hit a good something. He's just stripping line, man. Stripping line. I came back to that spot I was at earlier, and I saw that fish follow right in, and I threw my jig out there, let it get down deep, and I was scooting it along the bottom. And this guy, oh yeah, there we go, baby. He's jumping. I don't want any more jumping though. Jump. Oh, he got off. He got off. He beat me with the jump. Darn it. That spot's played. But I'm gonna hike down this trail that I didn't see until I was leaving last time and see if I can get something down here. There's some really nice water. I think that's what you call the end of the line. I got the cliff. That stairway that I climbed up is right above this cliff right here. So I fished everything I wanted to fish today. I think I'm done. And today was great, man. It was really cold. It's nice out now. And it was all barbless jigs, man. And I got one fish in the net and I lost another nice brown. That's 1 for 2. If you could go 1 for 2 in the major leagues, bat 500, you'll make millions of dollars. Here on the Truckee River, I'm just frustrated and it'll make me come back for more. But the one I did get in the net was beautiful. The one I lost was about that same size. But this was a fun morning. It's not frigid like it was when I started. And it's time to go home. I hope you enjoyed this cold, frigid morning on the California Truckee in the middle of nowhere, hiking up the trail. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.